Hello, my name is Miss Turl. I'm the Director of Learning for Humanities and the Subject Lead for Geography. I'm going to talk to you today about GCSE Geography and what it might be like if you select it as one of your options. So to begin with, we're going to have a look at exactly what the course involves. So it's split into three sections. The first section is all of the physical geography. So that includes things like plate tectonics, weather hazards, anything to do with climate change, ecosystems. We focus particularly on hot deserts and tropical rainforests, coasts, and then finally rivers. The second part of the course is all of the human geography. So we look at what the urban world is like. Why are people moving from rural areas into cities? What impact is that happening? What challenges do we face as a result of this? We focus on two particular world cities. We look at Rio and London. And then we have a look at something called the development gap, the gap between the rich and the poor. Why is that the case? What impact does it have? What might it look like in the future? We then focus on our particular case study of Nigeria, and then we move on to how the UK economy is changing. How are people employed? What sectors are they employed in? What might that look like in the future? How does it vary across the world? And then finally, we look at something called resource management, and we focus on water, food and energy. And then we do quite a lot of detail on energy, which has links with stuff that you've done in science. The final part of the course is called geographical applications. That involves something that we call issue evaluation. So in March of year 11, you'll be given what we call a pre-release booklet. This could be on any part of the GCSE course, and you'll be given some information about it. We'll have a look at it in lessons. You'll do some of your own research around it, and then you'll be asked some questions on it in the exam. And then we do some field work. So you go on 2 field trips. We usually go to Walton-on-the-Naze in the summer of year 10, and then we go to Stratford at the beginning of year 11 to collect some data. In terms of the skills that you need in order to be successful for GCSE Geography, you need to be motivated. It's really important that you're prepared to work hard. There are lots of links with maths and science, so if you've got skills in those areas, then that's going to be really useful. It helps if you have a natural interest in the world around you. Geography is constantly changing, and so an awareness of current affairs is going to really help you. You need to be able to work in a team, because when you collect your data, you'll do that in groups, so that's really helpful. And some of the questions, there is actually an element of debate. So things that you might have done in English, like recognising both sides of the argument and then drawing your ideas together into a conclusion, will be really helpful for GCSE Geography. In terms of how you're assessed, all of the exams are at the end of year 11, and there are 3 of them. The first one is worth 35%, and that is all of the physical geography. The second one is also worth 35% and is all the human geography. And then the final paper, worth 30%, is your issue evaluation, and then the questions based on the fieldwork that you've completed. So what can you do with GCSE Geography? Well, you don't have to become a geography teacher. There's actually lots of careers that GCSE Geography is really useful for. Anything to do with accountancy, working with the environment, anything to do with sustainability, reducing our carbon footprint, anything to do with conservation, market research, travel and tourism. Lots of different careers will lend themselves to the skills that you gain through GCSE Geography, and it's got really great links with the work that you do in both maths, English and science. If you have any questions about GCSE Geography, please feel free to ask one of the team, and we'll be happy to answer your queries. Thank you very much.